My name is Tsitsida Ngarembwa. I'm a filmmaker from Zimbabwe, and I'm here attending the Durban Film Festival as a member of the international jury. Durban is really a great location for a film festival, and the festival itself is a wonderful festival for us to have. First of all, it's one of the big film festivals in Anglophone Africa, so people from Africa who speak English feel very comfortable here. In addition to that, it's an international film festival, so we have talent from all over the world coming down to the south of Africa, which means that the local filmmakers get to mix with people from other parts of the world that they might not otherwise have had the chance to meet. I think another thing about the Durban International Film Festival is that it has the potential to be one of the biggest and most important film festivals in this part of the world. Fortunately, South Africa is a country that is investing in the film industry, and this consciousness goes a long way to making Durban one of the most important festivals on the continent. The jury for the international feature films has 22 films this year, which is a lot of films for a jury to watch. The criteria that we are looking for on the jury are, of course, as usual, the craft of filmmaking, but not just the craft as a everyday job, business as usual, but something with a surprise, bringing out the artistic nature of the film. The other thing that we are looking for is surprises, the way that the directors have handled their material and handled their story. And then the third thing that is very important is that this story should have some relevance to this part of the world. Of course, there are films that have come in from many different parts of the world, but many themes are very universal. So we want to see how well the directors have managed to translate the universal message that they have.
In the build-up to the festival, a lot of people have been asking, what can they expect from DIF? What kind of films do we show? And I think the broad answer to that is that apart from the escapist cinema that you might see on a normal basis, Film Festival offers you entry. Some of the films will offer you entry into new worlds, into new ways of thinking. We seek stories that are meaningful within our own contexts, but also those that give us insights into other cultures. And this year we have films from 56 different countries. But alongside this award-winning cinema from around the world, we are first and foremost a platform, a very proud platform for the presentation of South African products. We're extremely pleased this year to be able to show 16 South African feature films. That's more than ever before. 19 documentaries, 27 short films. And I would like to wish all of the participants in this year's event, all of the workshops, all of the films, thank you for being with us, filmmakers, to coming to introduce your films, taking the Q&As. I wish you good meetings. I wish you good viewings. And can we give all of our visiting filmmakers a round of applause now, please?
So in 2012, the global movie production and distribution industry is projected to generate revenue of $126.8 billion US, up by 1.4% for the year, and with an annualized growth of 0.8% for the past 5 years. It is in this context, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that we in Natal have also decided that this is the industry of the future, and therefore we would want to play a greater role in it. It is therefore my privilege, ladies and gentlemen, and my pleasure to declare the 2012 Durban International Film Festival to be officially declared open. Thank you very much.
the Durban International Film Festival for choosing an Albanese opening night film. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank everybody who was involved in the film. Florian, who was like a bulldog. He had all the patience over all these years to try and raise funds. To the cast and the crew.
Wow.
Growing up watching movies, I used to see people kissing in the movies. You know, I finally got to do it, you know?
Good evening, Sabah, good night, ladies and gentlemen, Siana Mugela Peptegui, Siamonga Natuguba Kona Pagati Wenu, Siamonga Natuguba Pagati Wenu, Sinifisa, Logutego.
Welcome to the Talent Campus in Durban. Welcome here also on behalf of the team of the Talent Campus in Berlin. As you know, probably we have the program in Berlin already for 10 years. We select 8 people every year for Talent Press, film critics. We link you to film critics who attend the Berlin International Film Festivals, pretty similar to the Talent Press program that has been running in the past days here in Durban.
Yeah, the experience at the Durban Film Festival is, Durban Talent Campus is tremendous. The guys are so good. A lot of cooperation. Guys are exchanging projects. I've learned a lot from many talents around. Many talents have been interested in my idea, especially the mobile cinema distribution. Most of them have booked appointments with me to view and know how the concept works, because most of the people are stuck with films and find it difficult to sell them off or distribute them. So instead of keeping a film on the shelves, it's better you take it.
And we just finished a session of speed networking. It was interesting, lots of fun, lots of people to meet, lots of interesting people.
I think I just met 12 different people from Madagascar. Some guy is going to make the first Madagascan movie in 25 years in Malagasy, to someone from Egypt. At breakfast even this morning I met someone who's just been in Gaza, has come here and then is heading off to the South Sudan border. So there's just a huge variety of people that we're meeting here, all who have amazing projects.
But it's important to know when you're creating a product where you're going and what their specific requirements are. It's too late to find out after you've shot things, you know.
So what the argument is that you cannot shoot 1.1 at night. Is that your argument?
11. No, I'm saying you can't. You can't push f-stop up to like 11 and get 200 meters in focus at night.
The problem is the variable NDs, which are screw based. Some of them are a bit cloudy, and you get a lot of issues with colours once you start to use neutral density.
Anyway, I just want to show you one last thing. Is that the other thing that you can do with these cameras is obviously, and it's so popular, is time lapse.
Beautiful presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
Really, I couldn't have done it better myself. The music is part of the film. I can't say like, okay, I have to have sensation without the music. Because, you know, you want sensation without the music, read the book, man.
On the project, everybody was like very excited about it because the director was very successful with his shorts before. And I told Chanel this morning that he became famous in Brazil because he uploaded some video on YouTube that made like more than 10 million viewers. So that's how we became famous.
My name is Marwan Omara. I am Egyptian filmmaker. I'm here in Durban Film Festival for my first time. I have been selected here for the 5th Talent Campus workshop, and also I have been selected for the past script developing workshop. This is the first time to hold this workshop in Durban, and it's really a very good opportunity to filmmakers to improve their skills. About the festival, I think it's one of the best festivals in Africa now, and it gives a lot of opportunities in the kind of films which it represents here, and it's screened in the festival. They bring a lot of good quality, high quality films from different. Win a lot of prizes in different festivals like Amor and like Lahore, like a lot of films which Sundance prizes. So they bring a lot of really interesting films, which it's quite impressive to see it in Africa. My film have been selected for the film market. So my producer was here in the film market, which is like, I think it's one of the most powerful film market in Africa. Now it gives you a lot of chances to meet producers from everywhere, from Africa and from out of Africa, who are interested to support the African cinema.
So Talent Campus has been running 5 years, very important program for us. A new program now in existence 3 years is Durban Film Mart. Durban Film Mart addresses the needs of financing your films. It's a co-production and film financing market. We bring international film financiers, experts, distributors, sales agents to come and engage with film projects that are seeking their funding.
When first working on John Carter and working together with Pixar, and in one of the talks we had about stereo in general, the story came up from the Beatles actually recording their first album in stereo.
I represent a sector that's visually impaired, and with respect to audio description and captioning, to what extent are you finding that that's beginning to enter the work you're doing? And are your clients looking at incorporating those elements so that you can reach out to these audiences and consumer markets?
Did you guys start off in commercials and then grow into film, or was it vice versa, or was it a hybrid type approach?
Well, the digital world now is it's a world of inclusion. And so we have a department unimaginatively called the digital department inside Framestore. And that group, they take on projects that are outside the normal curriculum. You know, so like I mentioned, the brands and our approach to worldwide advertising. But this group exists separately. And what they do is they look for different ways to deploy technology. And so they're really open-minded to special interests, or to interests that are outside the mainstream, and how can they open up digital technology to those interests.
I look forward to seeing Africa in this decade becoming one of the countries that can actually engage on a global scale.
And I think it's pretty exciting that Africa as a continent is giving so much thought to how to tell African stories. I think that's a really inspiring thing to be part of it. It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting us down.
But when the festival turns 40, the film art will be 10 years old, so we kind of planned it very, very well. So I'm thinking far ahead in the future for the Durban Film Arts. Obviously it's a very exciting opportunity for Durban. The festival has always been this wonderful asset for the city of Durban, and we are very pleased to have the support of the city of Durban for the Durban Film Art, because it is the city of Durban is currently the principal funder of the Durban Film Art.
We really appreciate the support of media in telling the public out there about the events that are on offer for them, and highlighting all the interesting things that are taking place here.
Anything I've ever done in my life before, and strangely enough, I think it looks better than most of the stuff that we've done, even with high budgets, because the thing that you don't have is money. So what you do have is great imagination. And everybody got excited, they got behind it. Everybody on the crew suddenly started going to their parents' houses, or their wives, or their husbands or boyfriends, and stripping their houses of everything that is usable for the film.
Now, the growth of DIF for us is very exciting, and I think we had a discussion with the Minister of Arts and Culture, where we were saying we need to see DIF growing from strength to strength. And we'll continue putting money to ensure that DIF grows from strength to strength.
The MEC's speech yesterday, you know, sort of reinforcing the support for the film industry just indicates that there'll be more. The film festival will get bigger and better going forward, which probably means, you know, there's opportunity and scope to actually look to get more companies, specifically from the UK, to come and participate in the film festival.
We do only have, we can only put out so many films a year, and we do only have a limited budget, and so there is a tremendous internal commissioning process that goes on, where we argue with each other about which stories we're going to get on there.
Some of us, we've got the finished product that we might like to sell it to you in terms of programs and drama series.
ETV is a broadcaster, so the kind of fees that you will get from ETV will not be the same fees that you will get from a pay channel like Nzansi Magic. Request that if you have completed feature films and you'd like to submit them for licensing already for that particular slot, which will be looking at South African feature films, you can send your proposals.
How do you use language as a medium or as a tool to help you in what you're doing?
So how much of your own life, of Florence or Shlubi's life, do you bring to the character and yet stay true to the character?
A larger portion of work that you do as an actor is about listening more than about
Absolutely.
acting.
Absolutely.
Because an actor who doesn't listen doesn't know how to respond.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a legal background yourself, try to find a good entertainment lawyer. Because you don't want to be freestyling.
What I've come to learn is a good script is very hard to come by.
Yeah.
And I think also what helped us was the packaging of the film. Just from a script level, very commercial. The target market for the film is very clear. Like I said, it's funny. And also when Kagiso was writing the script, he wrote it with a lot of his friends in mind.
Hi, this is Hakeem K. Kazim here, and I'm at the Durban International Film Festival, and it's a very impressive lineup. We have films like Man on Ground, Inside Story. We have a whole bunch of other films as well, and it's going to be a very good lineup this year, so I say come down and see it.
I'm here at the IKEA Multi-Arts. Yes, I think we will have a grassroots screening, so decolonize the screens, occupy the screens, liberate your minds. Ciao.
I saw an interview once with an astronaut who said that when in space, one realizes while gazing on the planet Earth that we have mistakenly constructed these narrow borders of geography in order to mimic the narrow borders of our
prize, and Fana Mukwena won Best Supporting Actor. He unfortunately wasn't able to go to Nigeria to get the award, but we're going to present it to him tonight. And thank you all for coming up, and if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy. Who's your man on ground when you're in a foreign place? Who's the person who's looking out for you?
The strategy now is to try and commercialize knowledge and power. It's to try and compete with these other things.
You see, like when we make the film, and I suppose that's what Final is saying, when we made the film, like for me the biggest thing was, I don't want to be in a position when now we have this product and we have to shove it down kids so that they can learn. I want kids to be running and trying to source it for themselves, right? Because it's a piece of entertainment.
Now, as the National Film and Video Foundation, we are pledging our support. We will ensure that these films are not only are seen in towns, we will ensure that there are a lot of screens in townships, in the rural areas, so that these films that we are making not only end up in the cities, but also are watched in the rural areas.
knows that something inside so strong. So all the second maker, so you doing me wrong, so wrong. So then my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong.
And so one thing that you're going to learn about this film is that at the end of the day, okay, it doesn't matter whether you're born in the south, the north, or the west, we are all the same.
I was inspired by The Lion King. Has any of you seen The Lion King? Yeah.
School. I'd like to say thank you to Durban International Festival for giving us this opportunity to come and watch movies here at the Suncoast Cinema.
It's also exciting for us because people mainly concentrate on American movies, but also from a South African point of view, it's a privilege that we're here to watch South African movies. Thank you.
So all in all, I think it's really important that the films go out to the communities. We know that in South Africa, we have a dire need to get television and film to communities. And I think DIF's responsibility is to do that, is to get the films out to the communities.
The world premiere of Snare. So isn't that amazing? It's also a very close film to my heart because we are going to be raising funds for Rage with this film.
It's a fair fight.
I mean, this is my very first feature film, and it's really exciting to be able to show it on home soil at the Durban International Film Festival. I mean, the Durban International Film Festival is one of the biggest festivals in Africa and possibly one of the big festivals in the world. So for me, it's an exciting time, it's an exciting opportunity to be part of this.
The way we're setting up these workshops is like this first quite intensive workshop that goes for 2 weeks where there's 60 people from all across the continent, and they basically form the crew, not all of them, but most of them, and in all kinds of different jobs. And so they get also a sense of different jobs that they might not have looked at before. So it's really about understanding the craft, not only of one particular profession, but of the whole thing, what makes a film.
I wish this was like, this is Nairobi, although that's like maybe a different picture. But, you know, the way you've been able to portray your city and the life, I mean, it reminded me of City of God. Yeah, see, that's the jokes, we know. I don't know if my Portuguese is right, I may be wrong, you know. But I feel the energy and I can connect with it, and I think this is going to travel far across the continent and hopefully beyond. Well done.
Le grand d'Afrique et qui signe le dynamisme, la créativité, la jeunesse d'esprit de tout un continent. Plus d'une centaine d'événements dans les domaines artistiques et culturels, mais aussi en éducation, de montrer la richesse et la diversité de la France d'aujourd'hui.
And I'm part of the Talent Campus. I think today's workshops were brilliant. Met a little bit of the French team on the CNC, which was quite good. We like the French. And I'm very proud to be South African watching that film.
There's some other people here from the crew. Billy, now.
At the end of the day, the story is what counts. You know, we're shooting these characters and they're the film, and we're just trying our best to make it beautiful.
Literally, I lived every moment. I think all of us did. I think Lionel and I definitely battled afterwards to find out who we were. It was very hard to separate it, but it's a job at the end of the day. So you're in it when you're in it, and then you have to find yourself.
The film as such was wonderful. I think I enjoyed the experience. It was real. It was real.
I'm Heinz Hermanns from Berlin. I'm the festival director of the Short Film Festival Berlin, and yeah, I don't know so many South African movies. I've seen 3 so far, and I'm quite impressed by their quality. And this film we've just seen, I like the tension that is built up, the acting, the camera. It was really really impressive film.
A very special mention for excellent achievement, DM Fana from Vusi Madondo.
Producer Shandu with 8 glasses.
We believe that the short films are a launching pad for filmmakers, and hence we want to continue to support this initiative.
Also very great, but over and above the content that we have this year, given the fact that we have about 66 films from South Africa, I think it's actually a fantastic thing. And also I think the competition is actually getting very high and it's getting very tough and stiff, so it means filmmakers must work harder every year.
Gog Helen is the movie to watch.
I think what we're excited about is that we've made a film that South Africans will enjoy, and it's funny, it's relevant, it's authentic, and it tells a story that hasn't been told before. So I'm feeling very happy and excited that people responded well.
It is different, it is refreshing, it is excellent.
Fantastic.
Entertaining.
New.
Refreshing.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the 3rd Durban Film Art Award ceremony for 2012. 110 submissions consisting of 67 feature and 43 documentary projects were submitted. There was a reader panel consisting of African and international film professionals.
As government, we therefore applaud the Durban Film Art for taking such a mega challenge to transform the state of affairs in the interest of growth of the industry and creating a foundation from which the financing of promising African projects is accelerated through the international partnerships that has been formed.
In recognition of their artistic vision and in support of their pursuit of high-quality independent cinema in Nigeria, we would like to give a special mention to the project In Silence and in Tears. The Hubert Bas Fund Award at the 2012 edition of the Durban Film Art goes to Live from Zimbabwe by Robert.
And the 3 producers that have been selected to be part of the Rotterdam Lab are, first of all, David Horner,
the first IDFA Worldview Africa Documentary Development Award goes to Logs of War. The team behind The Devil's Lair, Neil Brand, for the most promising fiction presentation here at Durban. That award goes to Flatland, David Horler and Jenna Kattenberg.
In the end, of course, we had to get it down to the one person who will be the first South African participant to come to the workshop, and that is David Horler.
Is a combination of 2 countries, because there is a producer from South Africa and there is a director from Kenya, and so the winner for Enterprise is Jambo Latwi.
Our jury for this award was composed of program managers of English-speaking broadcasters who are meeting here with us.
Therefore, I would like to announce the deserving recipient. It's a Mercy of the Jungle by Joe Karekezi.
The Best Project Award, and I invite Imran Jiva, Omar Khan and Sarah Blecher to receive the award.
We are very happy to be here in Durban representing Luxor African Film Festival.
we would like very, very much to promote the African cinema, African filmmaker, to improve the young filmmakers from all over the continent by making workshops, by exchanging the experience with such great festival, Durban.
For Best South African Short Film, and the award goes to Doppelganger, directed by Joshua Roos.
Thanks so much. What an awesome way to start the evening out. Wasn't expecting this at all. So just want to acknowledge our crew, Bertus Kirsten, who helped shoot the thing, and Adina Girding, who was our production manager. We shot it in a single weekend, so it's possible to make films really quick. And everybody out there who's sitting on your butt, thinking about making a film, get out there and do it. It's possible.
The Art of Flight, directed by Kurt Morgan. Searching for Sugarman, directed by Malik Bendalo. The African Cipher, directed by Brian Lipper.
First of all, thank you to Duff. It's been an amazing experience. It's our first film in the festival, and to walk away with an award is really incredible.
5 Broken Cameras, directed by Guy Davidi and Emma Burnett. Dini Ip in Simple Life. Joseph Warimu in Nairobi Half-Life, directed by Tosh. Once Upon a Time in Anatolia by Gokhan Tiryaki, cinematographer. For Best Screenplay goes to, again, Once Upon a Time in Anatolia. Ben Zeitlin for Beasts of the Southern Wild. The international jury has selected Sleeping Beauty, directed by Julia Lay. Call Me Kutu, directed by Malika Zikaliwal and Catherine Fairfax Wright. Well done to them. For Best South African Feature Film, which carries a prize of 30,000 Rand. And the award goes to Adventures of Zambezi, directed by Wayne Thornley.
What you're about to see tonight is a milestone and a kind of marker of where the industry is now and what the animation industry in South Africa is capable of. And I think it is a wonderful indication of where we can go. I think it points to a very bright future, and I'm just ridiculously proud of the crew and the determination and the grit that went into making this film.
The Best Feature Film at the Durban International Film Festival 2012, which comes with a prize of 50,000 Rand, goes to Love, Amour, directed by Michael Haneke. Amour is a simple, universal, beautiful and emotional film tackling subjects most filmmakers avoid: old age and death.
So it's been I think the feedback coming back is very good. I hope that you've had a fruitful time. We hope you've taken something productive or inspirational out of this festival this year. My tenure at the Centre for Creative Arts is drawing to a close, and this will be my last DIF. But I can look back and reflect with pride on what we've achieved across this past decade. When I took up directorship some 13 years ago, there were 30 films showing in one venue. There were no filmmakers in attendance, there were no workshops, no seminars, no outreach program, and we've really built up DIF to something fantastic at the moment. This time, screening across the city of Durban, 175 films in a variety of venues. We have hundreds of filmmakers and industry personnel coming in to use us as a key industry gathering point. Established important partnerships locally and internationally. We're very proud of the way this festival has gone, and I think this